Once, in a peaceful valley village near the hills of Yorkshire, lived a man named Arthur Bennett. Arthur was respected for his hard work, but feared for his anger. If his wife Evelyn forgot sugar in his tea, he shouted. If someone's dog entered his garden, he yelled. Even when children laughed by his gate, he snapped. Can't anybody stay quiet for just 1 minute? Arthur believed everyone else was the problem, never him. Evelyn would often say softly, Arthur, why do such small things control your peace? Arthur would reply, if they can't behave properly, how am I supposed to stay calm? But deep inside, he didn't like the man he was becoming. One evening, while working on his farm, a young helper accidentally broke his tool. Arthur exploded with rage. Birds flew away. The boy left in tears. And Arthur stood there, breathing heavily, feeling empty. That night, he couldn't sleep. He hated the silence, because silence showed him the truth. Before sunrise, he walked out into the cold fresh air, his heart full of questions. In the village lived an old sailor, Captain Harris. People said he traveled the wild seas and learned one thing: how to stay calm in every storm. Arthur approached him awkwardly and said, I'm tired, Captain. People make me angry, and I lose control. Captain Harris smiled kindly. My friend, sit. Let me tell you something. He filled a glass with clear water. This water is peaceful, but when I shake it. He shook the glass. You can't see your reflection. He stopped. The water settled slowly. When your mind is shaken by anger, you can't see what's right. When you settle, clarity returns. Arthur whispered. So is the answer staying silent? The captain chuckled. No, the answer is responding, not reacting. He picked up a handful of dirt. When someone throws dirt at you, you don't have to catch it. Arthur went home confused, but hopeful. The next day, Captain Harris called Arthur again. He boiled a kettle of water and said, When water boils, you can't touch it. Arthur nodded. That is anger. When emotions boil, peace becomes impossible. Then he took tea leaves and placed them into the boiling water. They don't shout, they don't fight. But slowly, they change the water. He poured the tea into 2 cups. You can do the same. When others lose control, stay calm. And your calm will change the moment. Arthur understood. His anger was hurting him more than anyone else. Days passed. Arthur practiced patience. When someone annoyed him, he inhaled deeply and reminded himself. Don't catch the dirt. One afternoon, a shopkeeper tried to cheat him. Arthur's blood boiled. He wanted to shout. But instead, he smiled and said, I'll buy from someone honest. He simply walked away. The shopkeeper was shocked. And Arthur felt a peace he hadn't felt in years. But life always tests change. A group of young men mocked him. Look! The angry bull has become a little lamb. His fists tightened. His mind screamed, show them who you are. But his heart whispered, show them who you are becoming. Arthur smiled and replied. When someone offers poison, you don't have to drink it. They had no answer. Evelyn noticed the transformation. Arthur was calmer, kinder. Children played outside without fear. The house felt brighter, warmer. Weeks later, Arthur returned to Captain Harris. I've realized something. People never controlled my anger, I did. Now I choose peace. The captain smiled proudly. You've learned the greatest strength of all. Storms will always come. But the sailor who learns to sail the storm never fears the wind again. Years passed. Arthur became the calmest man in the village. People visited him when they were upset. And he always said, You can't control the wind. But you can control your sails. You can't stop others from shouting. But you can stop yourself from reacting. Real strength is a quiet heart. So next time someone tries to disturb your peace, Smile and whisper to yourself, I won't catch the dirt. Because the one who controls his reaction controls his life. And that is true power.